over 16,000 adverse event reports, neurologic symptoms, and now a formal petition asking regulators to take another look. So what does the actual data say about Librela? Librela, bedinvetmab, is a monoclonal antibody therapy approved for the management of osteoarthritis pain in dogs. Unlike traditional non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, Librela targets a specific biological pathway nerve growth factor, or NGF. Recently, a formal citizen petition was submitted to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration requesting further evaluation of Librela's long-term safety profile. This has led to renewed scrutiny of both clinical data and post-market surveillance reports. This analysis focuses strictly on documented evidence, regulatory processes, and known biological mechanisms. Mechanism of action. Bedinvetmab functions by binding to nerve growth factor, NGF, preventing it from interacting with its receptors. NGF plays a known role in pain signal transmission, sensory neuron sensitization. By inhibiting NGF, Librela reduces pain signaling associated with osteoarthritis. However, NGF is not exclusively a pain mediator. Scientific literature suggests it is also involved in neuronal maintenance and repair, central and peripheral nervous system function, bone remodeling processes, tissue healing following injury. This broader biological role is central to current safety discussions. Regulatory event, citizen petition. On June 1, 2026, the Pharmaceutical Safety Oversight Council submitted a citizen petition to the FDA. A citizen petition is a formal regulatory mechanism. It does not indicate wrongdoing, nor does it confirm risk. It simply requests that the FDA review specific concerns and consider potential action. The petition does not call for market withdrawal. Instead, it requests additional long-term safety studies, enhanced warning labels, improved adverse event reporting systems, neurologic monitoring protocols, independent advisory committee review, adverse event data. The petition references data from the FDA's Adverse Event Reporting System. As of December 31, 2025, more than 16,000 reports were associated with Librela. Reported events include weakness, ataxia, impaired coordination, proprioceptive deficits, knuckling, seizures, collapse, paralysis, rapid progression of joint deterioration. However, it is critical to interpret this correctly. Adverse event reports do not establish causation, are subject to reporting bias, often lack complete clinical context, may include coincidental disease progression. They are used primarily for signal detection, not definitive conclusions. Scientific concerns raised. The central scientific concern is not based on anecdotal outcomes, but on biological plausibility, because NGF contributes to multiple physiological systems. Long-term inhibition raises theoretical questions. Could neural repair processes be affected? Could joint adaptation or remodeling be altered? Could suppression of pain signaling mask structural deterioration? These are not confirmed outcomes. They are areas identified for further investigation. Evidence gaps. A key issue highlighted in the petition is the absence of certain types of data, including long-term controlled studies beyond initial approval periods, imaging-based progression tracking, for example, radiographic or MRI evaluation, stratified risk analysis in older or neurologically compromised dogs. Without these data, it is difficult to definitively assess long-term structural or neurologic outcomes. Current regulatory status. Librela remains approved and available for veterinary use. No regulatory authority has concluded that Librela is unsafe. The petition represents a request for further evaluation, not a regulatory decision. Practical interpretation. From a scientific standpoint, three facts can coexist. Librela has a defined mechanism with demonstrated pain-modulating effects. Adverse event reports exist and justify further investigation. Current evidence does not establish direct causation for reported outcomes. This is a classic case of post-market pharmacovigilance, where real-world data prompts deeper analysis. The Librela discussion is not a binary question of safe versus unsafe. It is an evolving evidence base. The appropriate scientific position is continued monitoring, improved data collection, transparent regulatory review, evidence-driven clinical decision-making, until further controlled long-term data are available. Conclusions should remain cautious and grounded strictly in verifiable evidence.